Salutations everyone, I'm the Goldflower Reviewer, and today I'm going to be talking about this SML Movie 2 thing. Yeah, I didn't exactly know what was going on until I saw Urban's video that came out a few hours ago as the time I'm recording this. But he gave a few theories, I'm probably going to give my own theories. This is going to be unscripted, so if I start rambling, that's why. So, my thoughts on this are kind of split. On one hand, during the production of Jeffy's 18th birthday, there was a lot of hype, and it definitely did take Logan a lot of, time to make a video, but in my opinion, I don't really think Jeffy's 18th birthday was worthy of the SML movie title in the first place, due to the fact that it was such a watered-down version of what we were supposed to get 5 years earlier. However, I don't think this movie will be as not nearly as disappointing due to the fact that we don't really know a lot about this movie outside of the fact that it's going to happen next week. Logan did say that he made it in 2 days, which is kind of concerning because the last movie took, 4 or 5 days to make. And in my opinion, I really feel like SML shouldn't really do movies long. Now, I wouldn't say feature length, but definitely not this every year situation that it's going to happen. I feel like it kind of takes away from the specialness of Jeffy's 18th birthday to immediately follow up with a sequel that may or may not be better. And now, will I make a review on this movie when it comes out? Most definitely, because Jeffy's 18th birthday was a video that I had many thoughts about, and I'm probably going to remake my review on that, because when I did it last year on Mario Bros. J, I think I skipped over a few aspects that I didn't, I think I spent too much time talking about just stuff I didn't really think was necessary. So I'm probably going to make a remake of that video, maybe right after I'm recording this, and then once the new movie comes out, I'm probably going to make a review on that. But in my opinion, I think the theories that Urban said were they were funny, but they might actually be true. The screenshots that Logan sent in the announcement of the movie were kind of interesting. Apparently, he's gonna have a much bigger budget than the first movie. And you know how I am. I'm not really I don't really think having a bunch of high production value is necessarily a good substitute for a good story. Because one of my biggest problems with Jeffy's 18th birthday was the lack of good story. It took the movie way too long to even get going. But if this movie is as long or even longer than the first movie, which I highly doubt was going to happen due to the fact that the production cycle of this movie was a lot shorter, I think I might like it more, just because I think the first movie was already too long in a way. One thing I do hope about this movie, though, is there is no filler, or at least very little amounts of filler, because if you look at the first movie, there was a bunch of filler. You had the beginning where Nancy breaks out, and then, the next 6 minutes was just Jeffy's birthday, and it was just so much just filler, and then you had the car scene later on. So, honestly, I feel like my biggest problem with the first movie is that you can basically condense it down to a regular SML video length, and it would still be basically the same thing. I hope this movie is a lot more, I wouldn't say a lot higher quality, but I think it should be more of a movie type feeling instead of just a longer SML video like the first movie. I don't really have a lot of theories though, because like I said, I don't really have a lot of thoughts on this movie already. One theory I think could be true though is that since Nancy died in the first movie, maybe Jock, Jeffy's dad, might try and take Jeffy. He might not. Maybe I do hope he makes an appearance though, because Jacques Pierre Francois as a character is one I actually quite enjoy from his first appearance in Bowser Jr.'s painting. And I believe he was in Jeffy Plays Soccer, I think. So, he's been making cameo appearances every once in a while, but it's kind of weird considering he's Jeffy's dad, but never shows up in a Jeffy video. But regardless, I think this movie is going to be a very weird situation. It kind of just happened out of nowhere. There was really no build up to it. There was really no hype to it. It's coming out next week. So, yeah, I'll probably keep my thoughts till then. But in a sense, I think this movie will definitely be more of a like actual like kind of cinematic feeling. You know, the first movie had elements of cinematic stuff. You know, you had the drone shots and all that, but that's about it. You know, and you had the car scene. Apparently, Logan's gonna get a professional drone flyers for this movie, which I guess it's a good thing. I honestly thought Logan did that in the first movie, did how professional the drone shots looked, but I guess not. And he said he rented an actual police car, which, I mean, that's just kind of cool. Didn't he do that for the first movie too? I don't know. I haven't watched Jeffy's 18th birthday since it came out. But yeah, that's about it for me. I don't necessarily have a lot of things I have to say because, you know, I just learned about this literally like 2 hours ago. But yeah, anyway, I think this will be a much better movie, or it could be a much worse movie. It just depends on what liberties Logan will take with this. Hopefully he expands on some of the good things of the first movie and doesn't repeat the first movie. That's one of the things I hope he doesn't do. I hope he doesn't repeat the first movie. You know, one thing I actually do hope, and I would say this before I leave, one thing I actually do hope happens in this movie is I hope that at least some of the characters like permanently change from the movie. Because if you look at Jeffy's 18th birthday, none of the characters really change. You know, that happens for a lot of SML movies, but it really felt dumb for this huge movie that was in a 5-year production cycle to just have a bunch of good, like, crazy crap happen to the characters and no one is affected. You know, Jeffy hasn't changed a bit, neither has Mario or Rose, or, you know, none of the characters have changed. I really hope this movie has, not necessarily permanent, but it does leave a effect on some of the characters, and I hope the movie isn't pointless. You know, I hope it doesn't just happen and then that's the end of it. I hope it actually has lingering effects on some of the people involved in the movie. But yeah, that's all I really have to say. Until next time, I'm the Goldflower Reviewer, and I'll see you all next time. Yeah, see y'all.